So in this painting tutorial, we're going to learn how to paint tank treads the quick and easy way with just 3 colors: Leadbelcher, Nuln Oil, and Typhus Corrision. So on to the first color, and it's definitely going to be Leadbelcher. We're going to use this to cover the entire tracks. Very similar to this right in here. So we can get working on making a mess. I'm just joking. So we can do dirty tank tracks and make them look like they're worn, been through some mud and some other things. So first thing we gotta do is get our brush clean. There we go, and then a little bit on our brush. Use our paint palette. And I just like to, we're painting tank treads, so it really doesn't matter. Just kick it on there. Just make sure you get it all. Especially these side pieces like this. These pieces. And this is step 1 in a long line of like 4 steps, so it's not too hard to do dirty tank tracks, but hey, that's what we're here to learn today. So the best thing about this part is we are just doing this part, so it doesn't really matter if we get any paint over here. You see I'm getting a lot of paint on here and stuff. We're going to clean that up is when we put on the go over it with the other colors we're going to use on the actual model itself. So this is the best part about I like doing this, to really get everything and work things out and get it dirty, and it doesn't really matter at this point because in about 2 steps we'll get that all cleaned up. I'll show you what that looks like. So that's it, man. Ladies and gents, I'm just going to keep on painting this and we'll get on to the next step. Well, now that we've got all the metal painted, it's time to give it that good old-fashioned wash. So we're going to go with Nuln Oil here. Shake it all up, get it going. Got my brush, and just, since I'm doing tank tracks and stuff like that, I really don't care much about it pooling or doing anything of that nature. So the pooling and everything's not a very big deal right now. So I'm just going to just slap it on here. So not that big of a deal because we're not too worried about it since we're painting a tank. Tanks are a little bit different than painting small figures or anything of that nature. So make sure you get it all in here. And you're just going to load up your brush with a lot of Nuln Oil. Just like that. So get the top part, push it around, make sure we get in here into these tank treads. Run a little low, get some more. That was a little too much on that part, but it's okay. And then also don't forget to get definitely in here around the wheels. So pretty much we're going to do this for the entire parts we painted, especially all the tank treads. So move on to the other side now. This part doesn't take very long. What is going to take a while? For it to dry. So we'll be back after it dries for that next step. So wrapping up a little bit more. Don't really worry about it pulling too much. We are not going for golden demon. We are working on army painting. So definitely a difference between the two. Get more, you can bring it over here. Go back, grab some of your big brush, will soak it up, distribute it really well. That's what I like about using it as a big gigantic brush, is it does soak up a lot of paint especially when it comes to washing large tanks like this. Definitely cuts down on the time. So, well, after that gets dry, get on to the next step. Well, so it looks like we've got both the whirlwinds all painted up. So I mean, they've been completely line highlighted, everything else. Now it's time to work on the tracks. So the tracks really have only had Nuln Oil on them over Leadbelcher, and that's about it. And now we're just going to dirty them up to make it look like they've been through some mud and other things. And the easiest thing to use is our very favorite paint, which is Typhus Corrision. So I'm going to shake it all up, get a older brush, put that off to the side, get me an old, big, nasty brush, which is this old base brush I got right here. Will definitely be what I'm looking for. So I'll clean it up here. Get all the, like I always said I always use brush cleaner, the Master's brush cleaner on all my brushes. So sometimes on these kind of brushes, I'll let it sit for a while, so at least they'll keep that form and shape back on there. So open up Typhus Corrision. This is one of the greatest paints to make anything dirty. Just get it and use my paint palette here. That yucky stuff on there. Just dab it on there. And I just want to go a little bit around here. You can see right here I'm kind of putting on the bottom. Just kind of dabbing it on there. Other than that, that's it. On the tank tracks, put a little bit on here. And you just kind of just dab it on there and just paint it on there. And for the front, you know, you want to make sure it looks like it's splashed up here. Got on the treads, a little bit on here. Make sure you get on the insides. I usually really just get kind of the areas on the sides. I get down here. They're really on the treads, kind of leave them mostly alone. And on the backs, of course. In the back, when you really think about tank treads and other things like that, think about it, it's going to get like up there, because it's going to splash. And the good thing is I've already have line highlighted it, but it just cleans right over, because that's what it's going to do. The mud's going to go over that nice clean paint job. So just dab it all around. Just guess what? We're making tanks dirty, so really doesn't matter too much. So I will come back after I've got the finished product done, because that's what I want to see. I want to see how it turned out and how it looked like. So just like that, I'm just going in here, smearing it kind of everywhere, getting more on there, smear. The Typhus Corrision is definitely the best thing to really make mud and dirt on your vehicles, because guess what, GW? They did a very good job at creating that. So say whatever y'all want to say, but man, their technical paints rock. So see, I've completely, see, that's what happens. See, with Typhus Corrision, you completely destroy the brush. So that's why I said get an old crappy brush you don't care about anymore, and that's what you're going to use. Sometimes you got to go back and do a little second coat on stuff to make sure you get it. There you guys go. That one's pretty much done. Flip it over and we'll start on the next one. And I'll be back when it all dries so you can take a look at it and see what it looks like. Well, the Typhus Corrosion is all done and dry. Most of it is, but you can kind of see it right here. It definitely looks like it's been through some mud. That's what I was going for. Guess it worked out, right? Looks like it's been through some mud. It's not all clean and pretty. You can see on the back, really looks good. So that is one thing I really like about Typhus Corrosion is that it's a real quick, easy way to get your tank treads nice and dirty, making it look like your vehicle's been in some mud and been through some fighting. So other than that, I hope y'all guys like it. Quick, easy tutorial. 3 paints really is all you need. Leadbelcher, Nuln Oil, Nuln Oil, and then Typhus Corrosion. After that, dirty tank treads, looks like some battle damage, and looks like you're good to go. So, hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll be back with y'all next time for another tutorial. Talk to y'all later. And that is it. Quick, easy way to do tank treads. Hope y'all guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video and put any comments y'all got down there. But hopefully that'll make your painting projects a little easier when it comes to doing tank treads. So once again, thanks a lot and thanks for watching.